Welcome to the Anatomy Vault, where we explore the mysteries locked within the human body. We'll uncover how medicine confronts these profound challenges, turning horror into hope. If you're here, it's not by accident. You're curious, you're seeking knowledge. Like this video and subscribe, because somewhere another soul is still searching for what their body is trying to say. Let's decode the messages together. This is the disease that turns flesh into bone. There are secrets written in our bones that medicine took centuries to even begin to read. And by the time we finally understood what we were looking at, countless people had already been buried, their bodies telling a story no one knew how to hear. This story begins in 1692. A French physician named Guy Patin stood over a patient whose body had stopped making sense. The man couldn't move his arms or turn his neck. When the doctor pressed against his back, he felt something impossible. Rigid plates of bone where soft muscle should be. Patin called it a medical curiosity, but he had no name for it, no explanation. He was documenting the first recorded case of Fibrodysplasia Ossificans Progressiva, or FOP, the disease that builds a second skeleton inside you. For the next 300 years, doctors were stumped. They'd see X-rays showing bone growing in muscles, fusing the spine into a single, immovable column. They called these people medical oddities, but they were people imprisoned by their own biology. Imagine living in the 1700s with this. No X-rays, no genetics. Just a slow, creeping horror that your body is turning against you. Doctors tried to help. They cut out the extra bone. But every cut, every incision was seen by the body as trauma. And for FOP patients, trauma triggers transformation. The body reads injury as a command to build more bone. The surgeries didn't save anyone. They accelerated the disease. The scalpel meant to liberate them only sealed their fate. This is Harry Eastlack. Born in 1930, he was diagnosed as a boy. By his teens, his jaw began to fuse. By his 20s, his spine had locked, his shoulders had frozen. By his 30s, Harry had become a living statue. He'd passed away at 39, not from the disease itself, but from its complications, his chest so restricted that his lungs couldn't function. Before he died, Harry donated his body to science. When researchers examined his skeleton, what they found changed medicine forever. It was a labyrinth of extra bone bridges connecting vertebrae, plates across his back, an entirely new skeleton built on top of the old one. His body had built a cage, and he had lived inside it until he could no longer breathe. His skeleton is now on display at the Mütter Museum in Philadelphia. It tells the story of his disease written in calcium. But what the display can't show you is that Harry was conscious through it all. He felt his body betray him, one joint at a time. It wasn't until the 1960s that researchers found a common clue. Every single patient with FOP had the same subtle malformation of their big toes. It was present from birth. That's when they realized FOP isn't something you catch. It's written into your DNA, a single genetic typo that waits for a trigger. In 2006, scientists finally identified the gene, ACVR1. It's supposed to control bone formation, but in people with FOP, it never shuts off. It stays active, waiting for any injury, a bruise, a fall, even a vaccine to send the command, transform soft tissue into bone. The body thinks it's building armor. In reality, it's building a prison. This disease unlocked something profound about our biology. By studying FOP, where the bone-making pathway is always on, scientists mapped out the exact genetic switches that control bone growth. This led to breakthroughs in orthopedics, fracture healing, and even our understanding of bone cancer. People like Harry became our unwilling teachers, their bodies revealing secrets that healthy bodies keep hidden. But knowledge came at a terrible cost. And even today, there is no cure. We have drugs that can slow the progression, but they are not a silver bullet. The body is smart. It finds other pathways. The gene that causes FOP is the same one that keeps our normal skeleton strong. It's not a foreign invader you can destroy. It's you. Children diagnosed with FOP grow up differently. They learn about fragility and mortality before most of us learn to drive. They face impossible choices every day. Do I play with my friends, knowing a fall could fuse my spine? Do I live, or do I just survive? They are forced to navigate a world that isn't built for them, finding new ways to interact that don't put their bodies at risk. The progression of FOP usually starts at the top of the body and moves down. Neck and shoulders, then the spine, then the hips. But it leaves the mind untouched. People remain fully conscious, their minds sharp, trapped inside a body that has decided stillness is survival. It forces us to confront a terrifying truth. Consciousness and mobility are not the same thing. Inside every body lies a story, a secret, written in flesh, bone, and blood. Some call it science. Others, a cruel twist of fate. Imagine your own muscles, tendons, and ligaments slowly, painfully, turning into a second skeleton. This isn't science fiction. It's a rare and devastating condition. But in the face of the unimaginable, the human spirit fights back. Every cell remembers the blueprint of health, and every symptom speaks, begging to be understood. You can lose your body, but still be trapped inside it. Still you. FOP is a chilling reminder that our bodies are not entirely ours to control. They have their own ancient, survival-driven intelligence. Usually, that intelligence keeps us safe. But sometimes its instructions lead to outcomes we can't even imagine. The disease that turns flesh into bone taught us how bones grow, but it also taught us that we are not the masters of our own flesh. We are simply passengers. Thank you so much for watching. If this story moved you, please consider sharing it. And don't forget to like and subscribe for more deep dives into the mysteries of the human body. See you next time.